Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 4 of Champion of the Day. And today's champion is one of my personal favorite champions in the whole game. 1, because he's badass, and 2, because he has a very, very unique design. So Crossbones is the champion of the day, and what I really love about Crossbones is he's the only character in the game that can't actually land a critical hit. So this makes him very good for stuff like Scarlet Witch, but instead of landing a crit, kind of in place of that, when he goes to land a crit, instead of critting, he actually gains a stack of Fury, which increases his damage by, well, at this level of rank 440, it is 43%, but I believe it goes up to like 45, 46% if you were to max out this character and have him as a 550 champion. So with a crit team, you can quite easily get to like 8 to 12 stacks average on a fight if you're playing very, very aggressively, and there are a lot of really good crit teams that can be built around this character. Probably the most effective one is Double Captain America, Iron Man, and Superior Iron Man, and we're going to be using that team kind of in the later part of the video. But also, as well as that, Crossbones has a few other things that I want to kind of highlight that I really, really like. He is kind of the substitute Black Widow, if you will. So for each stack of Fury, as well as giving him a pretty beefy damage increase, each stack of Fury also decreases defensive ability accuracy, and defensive ability accuracy is basically anything that could trigger when you are attacking the opponent. So that's stuff like armor up buffs, stuff like Iron Man's regeneration, stuff like Spider-Man's evade. So it's really, really useful, and obviously a substitute for Black Widow. Makes this champion really good for the Road to the Labyrinth 3.5 for countering that really, really annoying Deadpool. So yeah, really, really big fan of this champion and his design. And one thing that's really good about Crossbones is that you can just pick him up as a champion, and he doesn't need, unlike Black Widow, he doesn't need to be duped. You don't need to awaken him for him to be a really, really good champion. Although if you do dupe him, he kind of gains a similar ability, which is a little bit weaker than Agent Venom's, to actually shrug off debuffs. But then he has, if he shrugs off a debuff, and it's a bit of a lower percentage chance in comparison to Agent Venom, but if he does that, then you also gain a stack of Fury. So it makes him quite good also as a possible defender, because Agent Venom is a great defender, because sometimes, you know, when you parry and stun Crossbones, he's just instantly going to shrug off that stun and hit you in the face. And for a lot of slower paced players, and players who aren't like instantly fast on connecting that, it can really catch them off guard and, you know, just smack them in the face. So that's what makes him a pretty good defender. I really, really like Crossbones. Also has some cool mechanics. Has like an overrun where you can, you know, instantly kind of dash back, hold down, and for a second or two, and you gain free Fury effects. But that comes with a little bit of a penalty after of you having decreased defenses. But, you know, it's a way to, you know, start off against a Spider-Man or a champion with evade that you just need to power through. Good way to start a fight against an Electro as well. His level 2 is by far one of the coolest level 2s in the game. Kind of a shotgun pump. We'll showcase that in a little bit later. Usually when playing this champion, you're either spamming the level 1 for as much Fury as possible and to ensure those stacks are kept up. Like when you're fighting a Spider-Man, or you're just using the level 2 because it's badass and deals a load of damage. And the Incinerate dot can be really, really powerful, and because it's energy damage, can, you know, bypass all sorts of armor resistance. So again, I love the design of this champion. He is so useful in so many different scenarios. What else does he have going for him? In terms of his health pool, actually, something you might notice if you are kind of key at looking at the stats is he has quite above average health of the all the champions in the game. I believe he's in the top 15 champions in terms of health. Has slightly more health than Hulkbuster, to give you kind of a comparison point there. And Hulkbuster is a really, really beefy champion, so that's pretty good. In terms of synergies, has amazing double crit synergies and also double crit damage. Amazing synergies. So yeah, this champion, again, just one of my favorites. Has so many uses in the game. Second highest prestige as well. Just under Karnak in terms of prestige, but quite a bit above the rest. He's about 400 more prestige at kind of dupe level 99 than Black Widow. So especially, you know, when I'm grading this champion to rank 550, he's a pretty solid option. You know, if you don't have a Black Widow, or if you already have a Black Widow ranked up and you're looking to take up a second champion, I think Crossbones might just be that champion if you do have him duped. So yeah, just a massive Crossbones fan. But anyway, guys, we're going to take him onto a quest now and talk about, and, you know, showcase some of the cool stuff that he does. So we're going to go in Master Mode, Sorcerer's Conclave, and today I think we're going to go with the Mordo chapter. So we've done Mordo a few times in challenge videos, but you know, in the last couple of videos, we've done the Scarlet Witch and the Dr. Voodoo chapters. So I think it's time for a Mordo chapter, guys. Let's show off what this champion can do. So as you can see, guys, we're using the crazy crit team of Captain America, Superior Iron Man, Crossbones, and another 3-star Captain America. So that gives us a total of 40% crit across, is it 6 or 7 nodes? I think it's 7 nodes. Might be 6 though. I think it's 6. Not too sure. But yeah, it's a really, really nice chunk of crit. Actually, yeah, it's 6. It's 4, 7, and then 2 6% ones. So yeah, 6 nodes. So first up, guys, we have Crossbones versus Crossbones. Wow, what an interesting matchup. So I'm going to take this guy down. I think we need to be aware, as well as fighting Crossbones, that potentially he could shrug off our parries instantly. But again, the chance isn't like super high, so we don't need to worry about it too much. Get a decent intercept there. We should be able to build up the stacks of Fury pretty quickly. So as you can see, we got quite a few from that initial 5 combo. Okay, and when fighting Crossbones as well, a bit of a pro tip is just to spam evade that level 1. That's it's quite important, because the level 2, you're always going to take a little bit of damage, because you can't, like, I don't think there's a way to, like, avoid every shotgun blast, because he does them in quite, like, a clunky order, where you can't just evade back, like you can on Maestros and a few other specials. So it's a little bit tricky to deal with. Okay, we're going to go down the really difficult path here and go with the Groot, Agent Venom, and Unstoppable Colossus. So a little bit of a challenge for the Crossbones here, but Groot should be interesting. You can't play Groot too fast. You know, you need to play those level 1s, and that's quite important. But let's give it a go, see what we do. So we got 4 stacks of Fury, so you can see how many you know, ones equivalent critting, and our damage is going up pretty quickly, which is good, very good. So as you can see, like, we're 15 hits in, and this Groot, who's an absolute tank, might I add, is already, you know, he's just, again, absolutely mowed down. So the damage output from this champion as well is definitely something that's just amazing. I really, really like. But now we have no stacks of Fury, so yeah, we might be a little bit down. Okay, let's get the level 2 off, guys. Again, this level 2 is so cool, and it's going to incinerate Groot. Pretty good, pretty good. Definitely a huge Crossbones fan. I really want to dupe this guy and bring him up to 550 for prestige. That'd be pretty good. Plus, you know, he's just a badass champion. I think in terms of his practical use in the game, I think he makes for quite a good, like, Alliance War attacker. He's a pretty solid option for that. In terms of, like, he's probably not in the top 5 Alliance War attackers, but, you know, he's definitely, like, a great option. If you kind of just need like a mid-range champion who can take a lot of damage, a lot of hits, and is going to be able to, you know, bypass stuff like Spider-Man, Electro. Well, not as efficiently as Black Widow, might I add, but, you know, he's still going to do a pretty good job for most of that. Okay, let's fire off the level 1 there. Oh my god, we are dealing so much damage. There we go, Agent Venom down. So you can see how quickly, you know, a champion like this, especially on a crit team, can just tear through absolutely stacked opponents. Interested to see how many hits he's going to get Mordo down in. But we'll move on to the Unstoppable Colossus next. So, does the Unstoppable Colossus... I think the Unstoppable Colossus usually gets armor up, but if we can quickly get 5 stacks of Fury, then that pretty much isn't going to trigger at all, which is pretty sweet. So, let's give it a go, guys. Let's give it a go. We should have probably attacked into that at the end, but... oh well, guys, mistakes were made, lessons were learned. As you can see, the crit chance, you know, is seems to be like around 60%, because, you know, on the average combo, we're getting about 3 stacks of Fury, so that's going pretty well. Stoppable's a little bit of a ball ache for keeping the tempo up here. We shouldn't have taken so many hits there, that was pretty bad. But we'll try and get a good parry off. Oh, no, the Unstoppable is going to last a bit longer than that. We can get energy damage. Yeah, that's a good thing as well about the level 2 debuff, is that I don't believe any champions in the game are actually immune to energy damage. So it's pretty good. You know, whereas a lot of champions in the game, they're either, well, not a lot of them, but there are quite a few champions that are immune to stuff like poison or bleed. But I think Ultron is the only champion that actually negates energy damage. I think Mordo and Dr. Voodoo do as well. But yeah, Ultron is kind of the mainish counter to that. The energy damage, guys, if you want a debuff to be doing any sort of damage, it is energy damage. Like, that is the god tier. So we're going to go with the Mordo, who... is he going to be a problem? I don't think he should be too bad. Providing we don't play like an absolute scrub, we shouldn't have too much trouble. So I'm going to use a few of these potions, right? Just a few of them. Just give us a little bit more of a buffer here. I don't think we'll need it, but it's always good to have it just in case. I think one of the problems with fighting Mordo with this champion is that we need to play quite aggressively, and he's not really going to allow that, you know, because we're going to need to bait a lot of level 1s. Right. Okay, there we go. We timed that pretty well with the power gain. Okay, we got a good evade there. I think that's one of the downsides of Crossbones is his block proficiency not being too hype. Okay, let's fire off a level 2. Oh, damn, that level 2 is so satisfying. Okay, we need to bait a level 2 here from Mordo. Come on, bro. Let's walk this one in. Uh-oh, we're a little bit screwed, guys. We're a little bit screwed. Right. Can we tank a level 3 from this guy? Depends how high his attack is. We might be dead. We might be dead. No, we're not dead. We're not dead. Okay, we need to play well here, though. Right, so... oh, man, that regen. That regen is so bad. Okay, we just can't take any more blocked hits, can we? We are so screwed if we take another blocked hit. So we need to try and bait a level 2. Come on, can we bait this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's fire off a level 2 of our own. Is that going to be enough with a debuff? Oh, no. We got a little bit wrecked there. We got a little bit wrecked. If he didn't proc that regen from the level 3, he would have been dead. But, again, that's one of the downsides to Crossbones is his block proficiency in comparison to somebody like Captain America, who has, you know, pretty much perfect block, especially if you dupe him, isn't so great. So, let's... oh, no. Not doing well at connecting that just after the stun. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for episode number 4 of Champion of the Day, with a bit of a spotlight on Crossbones. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments below, guys, who should be tomorrow's Champion of the Day? Which champion would you like to see me cover? Again, guys, let me know. Hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, feel free to leave a thumbs up on the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, guys, thank you for watching, and have an absolutely fantastic day.